Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 136. We're back. Let's jump into it, shall we? Jump right in. Let's not waste any time. It's 11:30 and we've got an hour on the clock tonight. Not a ton of time, but it's enough to get some stuff done. So, let's jump back in, shall we? We left off in Winter Spring. We need those pristine Yeti horns. We need a couple more Owl Beast kills. We need moon-touched Owl Beasts now. We're also still trying to get to friendly with, or at least neutral with the Timber Maw hold. But until then, we won't have too much more to do here in Winter Spring once we finish this stuff up. I mean, there's a couple more chains from this stuff, but for the most part, then I think we're going to be heading into the Plague Lands, both Western and Eastern. We're starting to see our level 60 kind of end game quests. We got some pristine. Wait, Bray? There's actually people out here. Let's pop a tender wolf steak. We'll get some fresh poisons on. It's a priest. Now I've got a feeling that these horns might take a while to drop. So let's stay vigilant. Stay dedicated. Just like other Yetis, they freeze me solid. We love it. Oh, axe, bam. I guess that's... Yeah, he's playing with her. I'll wave at them. I'm hoping that she hits me with, like, a stamina buff. I knew it. Give her a bow and a thank you. A priest's buffs are very, very strong, especially if they're level 60, because look at that, 70 stamina. That's 700 extra health for me. She also gave me 40 spirit, which helps my health regen like crazy. Look at that, I'm regenning like 50 health a tick now. That's going to help our downtime a lot. For the next 30 minutes, we're just so much stronger because of that priest Bray, so thank you, Bray. That's one of my like self-imposed rules is I can't ask for buffs, but I do know familiar player habits. And priests, if you're nice to them, if you say hello, if you wave to them or whatever, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to hit you with a buff. Same goes for druid players. Paladin players, I can't say the same thing. Paladin players are so focused on themselves and what they're doing that they don't even buff themselves. When I play Paladin, I'm trying to stay on top of my my blessings, especially in the early game. Like recently, I've been leveling a Paladin just in my board, freedom time, and I just got him to 20, just messing around with something on the side, off recording, when I'm like hanging out with friends, but I don't want to do anything else. And I'm gonna keep him at 20. I have this alternate server where I have all these characters, and my goal isn't to get them to 60. My goal is to get them to 20 and have like little mini twinks of each of them. But I've got the rogue done, the shaman, the priest, the warlock, the hunter, the paladin, and a warrior. So I've got quite a few of them at 20, and it's just something that I just like. When I went down to Florida for a business trip, I brought my laptop and I wasn't able to record down there. I told you guys about that, but what I did do was make one of those characters, and I got the Night Elf Warrior to 20. I'll show you guys at the end of the session. I'll try and remember, but it's just something that I have at the on 2 of the normal servers on this account. But yeah, Paladin, I actually really enjoy Paladin. I can't wait for us to play our hardcore Paladin. That class is just really strong, man. Holy shit. Being able to heal and be in like heavy armor and deal a ton of damage and have a immunity, who would have thought? Very strong. Like, I know Rogue is pretty good because we have, you know, stealth and a lot of burst damage, but Paladin is just in a league of its own, man, honestly. We should be careful in this cave, but I do need to go in here because there's just more patriarchs and matriarchs in here, so. Also seems to be small thorium. They don't have pockets. Honestly, I wouldn't mind pulling 2 of these things. Let's pop everything here, though. I switch to you because you're going to die from the cleave and the bleeds. I'm not going to bleed you, I'm just going to eviscerate you. That's perfect. Not a single horn. We are getting about 1,000 experience a kill though, so that's pretty exciting. We should hit 59 tonight. We're at about 92%, so 8 more percent until we hit 59, and then we only have 1 more level until we finally hit our goal on this character. And like I said, we'll still finish out all the zones, I think, because we're so close on this character. We might as well just, you know, wrap up Winter Spring, wrap up the Plague Lands, both those zones, and then do Silithus. There's not much to Silithus that isn't like endgame dungeon quests or endgame like raid quests or PvP quests, so there's not too much there, but mostly it's the Plague Lands. I am excited to kind of learn that lore in that zone a little bit, but it's also a very dangerous zone, and there's a lot that we're not going to be able to do without a group. There's a lot that I'm going to have to kind of pass up on, but that's okay. We'll get what we can. God, this guy's pulling everything. I'm actually going to sprint past him and try and get this. There's more thorium in here. That's rich thorium too. That could be, you know, a little bit of a multi-hitter. Dude, not a single horn still. I usually don't like to sneak through caves, but this duo here, you know, they're going to be clearing out this entire thing, so however I can get ahead, I should. Because he's just going to pull everything. I wonder if they're farming skin, if... I think it looked like they were farming skin. I think she was skinning. They might be farming drops. They might have a quest here. I don't think they have a quest here. They're both 60, so... Ooh, opulent robes of spirit. Those look pretty cool. They sell for a gold and 30 silver too. That's pretty nice. $684, pretty good crit right there. I can't believe we still don't have a single Yeti horn, god. I'm gonna assume for the ore we actually have to go down. It looks like up is this little area here. I'm gonna try and get in near that vein. I'm gonna assume this guy's gonna pull most of this, so if I can just clear out around it, or even just get it real quick, because he doesn't have stealth. No offense, brother, but dogs will be dogs, am I right? Sorry, brother, but get it how you live. I don't know if you can see him, but he's over there right now. I think he saw me. It's a 2-hitter. Wasn't even that much. I got you, homie. Don't worry. There's a horn. Let's go. Huge. Okay, 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 okay. There's hope. There's hope. One more right here. Back to back. Back to back. I'll just get out of their hair. They can have this cave. We'll go get those owl beasts. Probably take on Ursius. I need to switch to my throne. You know, make sure I have at least like probably 400 throne. I don't think I'd need that much for him, but I mean, probably a good like 100. You could do the same thing, like the gouge throw kiting with a gun. It's just my gun skill isn't that high yet. Still needs a little more work, and throne is just faster. Guns, you kind of have to like gouge, get some space, get a shot, maybe 2 at most. Kite, gouge, get some space, 1 more shot, gouge, get some space. Throne, you can get like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 thrown in between every gouge if you're good with your spacing, because you can like throw, move as they're catching up to you, throw, move as they're catching up, throw. Hell, this place is completely nuked. They cleared it out. You wiped out an entire population. I hope you're happy. Matriarchs. Oh, matriarch. Cooldown time. Not the freeze. There's the other horn. Let's go. All right, we're out. We are out, boys. Let's go get those moon-touched owl beasts. I know exactly where to look. There's a cave, multiple cave systems down here that we can kind of poke around. Let's get away from these yetis and this cliff. I thought that was a piece of pineapple. It's like a drum or like a beanie bag couch. I don't know. Beanie bag, bean bag. It was a bean bag couch, right? Not a beanie. Beanie bags are like beanie babies. Whoops. Either way, you know what I mean. I'm locked in on Jesus and gaming. Come on. Alright, we grabbed some aggro, but it's alright, we're just gonna ride to the road. The road is always safe. For the most part. Not always, but The rare down here, Priestess of Alun. Makes me think it's actually some kind of Alliance NPC because it has no drops. Let's be careful. I don't want any dishonorable kills. I don't like getting dishonorable kills on my characters. I'm noticing they don't even have like a PvP tab on hardcore servers. That's crazy. I've never even noticed that, but I'm just now noticing it at the end of this character's playthrough. That's crazy. Brummeron. It's not an elite. And Ranshala. Okay. Moon-touched Albeasts are the white-skinned ones. 10 minutes of food, maybe I can get... Look at that, 3,500 health with my food and that priest buff going. These things have Moonfire and Rejuvenation. They're basically just druids. We're just PvPing druids right now, back to back. Like, bad druids. We need 13 of them. They do drop iron feathers, which are a pretty good source of silver. I mean, they're a silver each. So, and they stack up, I think, all the way up to 20, so. No pockets, of course. They also drop these mysterious unhatched eggs that sell for like 20 silver each. It's pretty good. Just gonna go ahead and kidney here just to
health warning.
Secure the kill. Cannibalize. Ooh, rich thorium. I didn't even see it, but the node itself like caught my eye. I like this like very, how do you describe it? Kind of like snowed over dome feeling that you get when you're in this specific thicket, this owl wing thicket. We came in here and all of a sudden it feels like I've kind of entered this bubble, like a snow globe of even deeper cold, even deeper snow. I don't know how to really explain it other than that, but I feel like that does an okay job. But the ambience of it and the music with it is really, really nice. Alright, let's clear out this cave. Let's get that ore. I don't want to stealth or eat till Moonfire's done. I think I can eat, but stealth I think would break my stealth. I was like, what the hell is that? I thought it was a lever. It's just a torch. Okay. How tragic would it be if that orc warrior just came running up right now and stole this under my nose? At that point, I'd be like, what are you guys doing following me, man? What are you doing here? Leave me alone. It's always only a 2-hitter. Always. God, thorium is rough to get, bro. I mean, we have 72 bars, but technically 80 now with this 8 ore that we have, but that's not like a ton in the grand scheme of things. For the fact that we've never really spent any thorium yet. We haven't really done any spending of thorium. Big 630, 639 or 369. That dyslexia kicking in. Oh, these are crazed. One was Moonbeast, but careful to not confuse crazed with the moon touched. Immediately just turn away from that. Nope. Nope. Nah. Nah. We're good. Appreciate it. Why don't you look over there? Why don't you stop paying attention to what's going on in here? Why don't you look over there? 98%. Smooth leather helmet, huh? Oh, that's a looker right there. 50 silver for it, though. Oh, shit. See, that's why you gotta keep your eyes out on Moonfire. We need 4 more. After this one, it'll be 3. After that one there. We'll have to wait for some to respawn, though. Hopefully, the ones that I originally killed should be respawning pretty soon now. These are respawning, so I mean, there's one right there. Max range shot. Played this pretty damn well, if I'm being honest. Okay, 2 more. One more. I'm actually gonna hit a bandage real quick, just to be safe. Get a big slice going, why not? 24 points. Big old boy. That'll get us through this entire fight. I'm gonna just pop a health potion. I don't know what abilities they have. My bestiary wasn't showing anything, and I just kind of got a little nervous of like, well, what if they have some kind of execute? Let's just go ahead and... We have tons of health potions. These are like kind of lesser tier health potions at this point, so just use them while we have them. We still have another, what, 9 in the bank. We've got 7 of the ones that we should be using for our tier, but hoping to get a big stockpile of those, but at the same time we were really like 1 level away from kind of being done with our challenge, so just 1 more. And it's not going to be up, of course. Before we attempt Ursius, I think I'm going to need, like... We're going to need some more throwing knives, for sure. I don't want to use my Dusk Steels. Although, maybe I do want to use my Dusk Steels. What a better time. I've talked myself into it. I think we're going to use our Dusk Steels. It's like, now's the best time, right? I've been preaching a lesson that I learned in this is funny to be like a lesson you learn in gaming, but a lesson I learned in gaming is consumables, you wind up holding on to them the whole game until you're like waiting for this big point. Bro, you just gotta use those things. So many like RPGs throughout my life, I'd like save and stockpile a ton of consumables, and only recently have I started to be like, you know what, I need to use these items like as I'm getting them and use them like frequently. Stop just like holding on, because then you get to the end of the game, you have a million resources you never used. You're already like crazy strong. There we go, there's the last one. And you know what? I'll grab you too.
Health warning.
And there it is, level 59. Whew. Huge, huge, huge. So our 2 final points are going into elusiveness. There's one of them right there. Our next talent point will be our very last. 59 gamers. 1 away. That's crazy, man. Alright, let's go turn some stuff in. I'll pop out the gun for the throwing knives. We'll look for Ursius, I think. Pretty close to being done with Winterspring already, it feels like. Let's put Ursius in the target macro as well. Can take all these guys out. URSIUS. Yep. Okay. We found him once before, but I wasn't feeling very confident in taking him on. Now, down to give him a chance. think double crippling poison, we just kite him out for a ton of thrown damage until we get, you know, to that threshold of like 5,000 health. Pop cooldowns go crazy. Take him out. $209,000 experience. That's all we need. I love Winter Spring, man. These are pieces we recently replaced, and I still am kind of like deciding, do I want to maybe switch back to them or do I want to sell them? I haven't decided. I think the gloves are definitely getting sold. I value extra stamina at this point in the game. I think the cape's definitely getting sold, although I was keeping it because I just like the purple color. Purple's my favorite color, and that cape just looks great. So it's like, that's kind of like some drip mog, but...
Mighty fine weather
Who,
we're
me?
having here, wouldn't you say?
Are we there, Yeti?
Have a good one.
I've just about finished attaching the fur bale. Please, hurry back with those horns.
I can't wait to show my friends. Now, just wait a moment while I attach these. Perfect. It's all ready, adventurer. Now, I sent some mail to my friends already, telling them that I have a surprise for them. This is where you come in. I'm going to give you my mechanical Yeti, and you need to surprise them by paying each of my friends a visit, turning the Yeti on and sending it towards them. Once you have shown Legaki and Everlook, Sprinkle and Gadgetson, and Quixel in Marshall's Refuge, come back and tell me what happened. Please bring my Yeti back to me then, too.
Take Umi's mechanical Yeti and scare friends with it. Legaki and Everlook, Winter Spring. Sprinkle in Gadgetson, Tenaris, and Quixel in Marshall's Ridge, Ungoro. We have all those places. We will probably fly and just kind of like pause. You get this sick pet that it's a mechanical Yeti. You summon him and he protects you for 10 minutes. Until he dies, he's got 3 charges. It's a great item to have, especially in hardcore. It can be pretty damn strong. Where is Legeki? There he is. She. Hey, Legeki. Rawr! Jumps in fright. Got her ass. Let's sell this junk real quick.
Got the best deals anywhere.
Selling the eggs too. And at this point,
Can I show you my wares?
3 agility for 9 stamina. I'll take that trade. We lose 5 strength for 8 stamina. Take that trade. And then I'm going to keep the cloak for now just because it looks cool. But
Glad I could help.
you big meanie, who put you up to this? It was Yumi, wasn't it? She's always playing jokes on me, and now she's got you in on it too. She sighs.
Interesting.
It's just a joke, Legaki. Come on. Lighten up a little. Alright, let's look for Ursius before we get out of here for the time being. He's got a very large patrol radius that he just kind of roams around, so target macro gonna go pretty hard here. Just kind of keep roaming around this area, this general area, and then spam the button. Okay, I don't think he's actually back this way. I think he's more this way. If we get aggro, that's fine, as long as we don't get dismounted. Let's check over here / down here. Yeah, I don't know much about this bear except it has a lot of health, so I don't know if it has a nest that it could be at. I don't know if it like is always patrolling. I don't know if it patrols and then rests for a bit and then gets up and patrols again. You have to kind of like, you know, find it. What I know about it is that it is, you know, it does patrol. But it might have a nest where it can like go and rest and wait for a little bit, and then every 30 minutes it gets up and moves, or, you know, I'm not sure. $85,000th jump. Here, Arceus, Arceus, Arceus. Where are you? It's always how it works, isn't it? When you don't want to find something, you find it. Pops right up on you. When you're looking for it, you cannot find it. I feel like I checked most of that general path and area, but maybe we just kind of like missed each other by a hair, so let's kind of go back over it. I'm gonna keep roaming around. I'm gonna pause while we look for him, and I'll resume when I find him. That way we're not wasting a bunch of time. So I'll see you guys in just a second when we find him. Alright gamers, we found him. That took quite a while, I'm not gonna lie. Let us, Tomato, put on a couple crippling poisons. 12k health, that's quite a bit of health. He's got Maul, Demoralizing Roar, and a Growl. We're gonna want a Tender Wolf Steak on this one. I'm just gonna try and kite him out. Best chance we have. 12k, it's quite a bit to get through. Let's make sure we have Throne out here. We're gonna Dagger Dance to open, of course. Get him right here on this hill, that'll be nice. We parried immediately, that's beautiful. It's been a while since we did some gouge kiting, but we're right back home with it, baby. Damn, he hit me for 404 there. 450, oof. We really don't want to go toe-to-toe with him. We did get the crippling on him, which is nice. Next time our gouge misses, I'm probably going to blind and go for a full bandage. But we're still okay right now. I think we're going to need to get him a little further down than Like 5,000 health. This is going to be a bit of a throw contest here. Damn, he hit me with that roar. Okay, let's get a full bandage here. Bit of a mini reset. God, he hits hard. That poison messed up my gouge there. From the serpents. But that's okay. About ready to bandage again here, I think. Use the kidney to bandage. We'll get him down to like 3,000, I think, and then we'll just try and pop cooldowns and go crazy. Damn, he got me on that roar too. Reduces my melee attack power. I thought that bird was helping him. I was like, you better freaking not, bro. Okay, kidney. Let's play the space game here for a second. We got the crippling on him, so I can get a full bandage here, I think. Beautiful. Let's get him down to 20. God, gouge kiting is so good. If it can be gouged, it can be soloed by a rogue, truly. And a miss, that's huge. I've used like 80 thrown so far. I think we're gonna open up here. I'm gonna spend all combo points on a slice when he gets near me. Go time, boys. Ripped him up. Whew. Solo Ursius. Nice. Alright. Let's head back to Everlook. Let's turn this stuff in. I kind of want to head back to Felwood. Turn in this with Troll Failbane. Turn in this to the Cauldron. We need to go up to Moonglade. Let's take Ursius. Let's fix our target macro. So we don't need Ursius. Murkdeep, Swamp Talker, Wormack is still in there. Fangfair is still in there. The Spellscribe, of course. The Slayer, of course. That looks good to me. We built up so many names in that target macro. I had to kind of purge it a little bit there. Ursius gave us like 1,600 experience, basically a quest in himself. Next level, we get to pop off the fireworks, drink the rum, celebrate a little bit. Storm Shadowhoof, what a name.
This was no easy task, yet you have excelled. But do not be too quick to think you have impressed me, adventurer.
What do you mean?
Swift and clever, Broomerang glides silently across the snowy landscape of southern Winterspring, but do not let her graceful appearance convince you that she is harmless. All that cross her pay considerably, and often with their own lives. Seek out Broomerang of the Chillwind among the Chimera. Defeat her, then return again.
We just saw her earlier too. I'm not sure if I'll be able to solo her. I need to see what moves she has. It's getting trickier and trickier. I will say, let's head into... Let's head into Moonglade real quick. We'll go talk to Rabin, and then we'll get the flight path here at Faustrin. Dude, I thought I thought Ursius was a hunt. Man, that's just the start of it. There's going to be more after this too. But again, an elite quest we already talked about. Not sure if we're going to do those. The higher level elite quests, they're a little trickier. I mean, I just did Ursius, so you know we'll probably give it an attempt. But if it's got any kind of execute, any kind of summoning, any kind of big hits or anything like that, like casting that I have to consistently interrupt, probably going to be a no for me, dog. Let's throw the gun back on. We used what? 84 thrown on Ursius. I think we just need junk boxes though for more throne. I think he'll give me more throne. This run feels a lot longer than I remember, but Measure the Howler. We'll probably have time to get into Moonglade, take a poke around, take a peek around, learn who Rabin is, get that flight path, head to Bloodvenom Village Post, whatever it was called, turn that in, and then I'll probably pause the video and just head down to Teneris and scare both Quicksil and Sprinkle, and then I'll probably hearth. I'll pause as we fly, and then I'll, you know, of course, and then I'll hearth back up here, and we'll wrap it up in Everlook for the night. And then after tonight, I'm not sure if we're going to do Broomerang. We'll probably attempt it tomorrow at least once. If it's too sketchy, like I said, we'll bail on that, but ironic name. And then go do the EPL and the WPL, followed up by Silithus. Like I said, there's not a ton to do in Silithus, it seems. A lot of these are like high-level elite quests, but there are a few. There's like at least maybe 5 or 6 quests here that might have chains. The elite stuff, though, not really worried about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least like 4 or 5 with potential to have some chains coming off of them down in Silithus, so there won't be too much to do down there, but mostly we'll be finishing up in the Plague Lands, I think. I'm actually tempted to just go do the Silithus first and then finish up with the Plague Lands. That way, this would be the areas that we're hitting 60 in, and I mean, it is kind of fitting that in Classic WoW, the final zone would be the area that has Naxxramas in it, which is like the final raid, right? Kel'Thuzad, the main bad guy, that's where he's residing. Hit the turbos. Take a little shortcut of our own making. Yoink. Yeah, I think other than this, there's no other way to get into Moonglade. Like, if you're not a druid, I think you have to go this way. So until you farm that rep, if you're not level 54 and above, like, if you're a low level, you won't be able to get in here because these Timbermaw Furbolgs will attack you, and you'll die to them. And in order to get that rep, you have to be high enough level to kill the mobs that give you that rep. And more than just one, you know what I mean? You have to kill at least, like, I think we killed 50 to 100 before we became where we are now, which is unfriendly. We're not even where we want to be, but bro, Moonglade is sick. Yo, Moonglade is where it's at. So we have a normal flight path right here that non-druids can use. Faustrin.
Where would you like to fly to?
Nice. That looks good, man. That's a lot of the flight paths unlocked. Almost all of them, I think. And then specifically, these are Thunderbluff and Daenerys Flight Masters. I think they'll only take you there, and maybe you even have to be a druid in order to be able to take those flight paths. We'll see. Let's be cautious here and make sure I don't encroach on space I'm not welcome. Seems like we're neutral. Let's head into Night Haven. What is this? The Shrine of Remulos. Keeper Remulos. Can we speak with him? Greetings, traveler. We're now neutral with the Cenarian Circle. That's our first interaction with them. We've heard a lot about them. We've never interacted with them until now. At least we started off on the right foot. Sha Forest. Give her a wave. Food and drink, what do you sell? Ooh, radish kimchi. Daolin Summerleaf. What a cool name. Daolin. Dargon. I believe our business is in the town center in here. Yes, with Rabin. I guess Rabin is, it might be the leader.
My goods are of the highest
quality. Don't listen to the hearts of the world. The answer lies within. You know the truth.
Alright, Rabin.
I am Rabin Saturna, and on behalf of Keeper Remulos and all of the denizens of this sacred glade, I bid you welcome. I appreciate your interest and eagerness to assist the Cenarian Circle. The Tauren have shown an incredible propensity to the tenets of Cenarius, and by their proxy, the Horde is welcomed within the safety of this glade.
Cool.
The preservation of Azeroth is a common goal we both share. You are among friends here, adventurer.
Cool.
West of Ungoro Crater via the northwestern ridge is a harsh wasteland, Silithus. Few know that an ancient war was waged there between the Night Elves and a malign alien power. The evil was
We read a
sealed,
book on that.
but now we suspect that forces work to stir this unspeakable horror. Seek out Leo Starstrike, one of our agents in Silithus. Look for him at Valor's Rest, the final resting spot for the fallen of the Wastes. Give him this letter, and he will give you his trust accordingly.
Right. Can we read it? We can. Rabin's letter, Leo. We've received the generous help of this fine adventurer. I've dispatched the adventurer to you in Silithus as a resource. Please see that such a valuable resource does not go to waste in your efforts to unlock the secrets presented there. The Circle eagerly awaits news of your progress. May Cenarius watch over you. Rabin.
Don't listen to the hearts of the world. The answer lies within.
It says we have another quest with him, but I think I might have to be 60 in order to take it. Either way, this is a entry excuse me, an entry into Silithus, which is where we were just talking about going anyways, so kind of works out perfectly. Let's go over here and see if I can get this flight path as well. I'm pretty sure I can't.
You're not a druid.
No need to shout, big dog. We'll go take the peasants' flight path, don't worry. Alright, like I said, we're going to fly down to Cenarius and Ungoro, scare, Sprinkle, and Quixel. We'll pause as we fly and resume once we get there. It'll be the last couple minutes of this session. We'll wrap that up. We'll hearth, get that on cooldown so it's off next time we play. And yeah, get ready to wrap it up for the night. We're 1 bar into level 59, our final level of the adventure. And we're heading into Silithus next, so pretty exciting. As we fly, I'm going to pause it. I'll see you guys in just a second when we touch down at Cenarius. That's a long flight. Look at that cost. See you guys in a little bit. Alright gamers, we just touched down in Gadget Sands, so let's go find Sprinkle in our favorite place, the Gizmorium. She should be right there. We've met Sprinkle before. Scare her with Umi's mechanical yeti. Rah! She jumps into a fright. What is that thing? She's gonna chase her around the town. We're just gonna let it chase her. We'll head to Ungoro. I'll pause as we fly, and I'll resume when we get there. So I'll see you guys in just
Where would you like to fly
a second. Be right back.
Is the armor crafted from open world activities. If you are interested in making legendary armor via the other methods of raiding, PvP, or World v World, you can find those in this video, which I will link down below. Let's get started. First off, why would you want legendary armor? Legendary gear has the same stats as ascended gear. This means if you have a piece of ascended gear with power, precision, and ferocity on it, and a legendary gear with those same 3 stats, the numbers will be the same. However, the legendary gear can swap to other stats at any time you are out of combat. This means that you can use that armor piece with every gear set you own or aim to own, and it can always have the desired stats on all of your characters that can use that type of armor. Additionally, when you replace a rune or infusion on a legendary item, the old one pops off instead of getting deleted, which can save a lot of cash if you swap builds often. What does Tier 1 mean? Tier 1 Obsidian armor is legendary. It has all of the quality of life options that legendaries include. Tier 2, which is not yet out at the time of this recording, will reportedly have fancier visuals and more dye channels. So you can make Tier 1 and stop there, or later upgrade to Tier 2 if you like the visual effects on it. First step is deciding which piece we are making. Armor comes in light, medium, and heavy varieties, so start with whichever armor type your main characters will get the most use out of. Each piece requires very slightly different materials.
Hello there, new
Oh, that's awkward. We were watching stuff in the background for Guild Wars. I don't know when I resumed, but either way, got a little bit of some background YouTube B-roll. Hopefully it wasn't too much. Let's find Quixel here. Quixel, there they are. Let's get him with a little bit of a scare. Get this blood pest off me. Why do you chase me? And then let's... Hearth will go back to Everlook. Oh shit, they're chasing the Yeti off. And then let's turn this quest in. There's... Hey, there's the two we saw earlier. What did she have to say? I'll get the last laugh. They'll see. Oh, hi, Rogue. I didn't see you there. I can't wait to hear how my friends reacted. They'll never expect it.
Ha! They'll think twice before making fun of my ideas again. Thanks for your help, adventurer. I couldn't have had so much fun without you.
A Yeti of your own.
Say, you know what? You're an engineer too. So since you helped me teach my friends a lesson, I'm going to teach you how to make your very own mechanical Yeti.
Ooh,
Now, the
sick.
fun can go on forever and ever, and you can scare whoever you want. Provided that you can scare up the components to make it, that is. What do you say, adventurer? Do you want to learn the secret to making a mechanical
Yes, yes.
If you ever need anything.
Tranquil Mechanical Yeti. Let's take a peek at that. I don't know if it's a trinket or if it's a pet. It is a pet. You need cured rugged hide, 4 thorium widgets, 2 true silver transformers, 2 globes of water, and a gold power core. The globes of water are probably going to be the hardest thing to come across, as well as the cured rugged leather, because I'm not a leather worker and I can't trade, so we can never make this item, technically. But either way, for tonight, let's pop in the inn. We're about 2 bars into 59. Very exciting, our final level. Let's sleep. Thank you again, Bree. Or Bray.
Gee, thanks. Have a bad day.
There we go. Alright guys, we're going to call this one here for now. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.